Did you know that some common mistakes can turn eggs from a nutritious food into a potential health risk? Eggs have long been praised as one of the highest quality sources of protein, rich in essential vitamins and minerals. However, not everyone realizes that the way you prepare, store, and consume eggs can determine whether they are truly beneficial for your body. If not handled properly, eggs can lose their nutritional value and even pose health risks in ways you might not expect. In daily life, many people eat eggs without giving much thought to how they cook, store, or choose them. But the truth is, there are common mistakes that most people make, turning eggs into a potential hazard rather than a healthy source of nutrition. From overcooking to eating them raw, from improper storage to using unhealthy cooking oils, these seemingly small mistakes can significantly impact your health. In this article, we will explore 5 common mistakes when consuming eggs and how to avoid them so you can continue enjoying eggs safely and nutritiously. Some of these might surprise you, especially if you've been eating eggs the same way for years, without considering the long-term effects. But don't worry, just a few simple changes can help you retain the full nutritional benefits of eggs without worrying about potential health risks. Let's dive into these common mistakes, understand their effects, and find the best ways to keep eggs as a key part of your healthy diet. If you care about your health and want to ensure that every meal provides the maximum benefits, don't miss the valuable insights in this article. 1. Overcooking eggs. A mistake that destroys nutrients and harms your health. One of the most common mistakes when preparing eggs is overcooking them, unintentionally reducing their nutritional value and even creating harmful compounds. Eggs are naturally rich in protein, healthy fats, and essential vitamins. However, cooking eggs at excessively high temperatures or for too long can alter their nutritional composition, leading to negative effects on the body that many people overlook. When eggs are fried until crispy and browned, boiled too long until the yolk turns greenish-gray, or scrambled over high heat, they undergo cholesterol oxidation. Oxidized cholesterol is one of the main contributors to inflammation and has been linked to an increased risk of heart disease. If you've ever noticed a strong sulfuric smell after overboiling eggs, that's a sign that iron in the yolk has reacted with sulfur in the egg white, forming iron sulfide. While this doesn't make the egg toxic, it indicates that its nutrients have been compromised due to excessive heat. Take Robert, a 76-year-old man, for example. He had a habit of frying his eggs until the edges were crispy and brown, thinking it made them taste better. However, over time, he started experiencing frequent indigestion and heartburn. After learning about the dangers of oxidized cholesterol, he switched to cooking his eggs over lower heat, scrambling them gently instead of frying aggressively. Within weeks, he felt noticeably better, experiencing less bloating and having more energy throughout the day. Another issue with overcooking eggs is that it reduces essential vitamins and antioxidants, such as vitamin B12, folate, lutein, and zeaxanthin, nutrients that support brain and eye health. When eggs are exposed to prolonged high heat, these important compounds break down, meaning you may not be getting the full benefits from the eggs you consume. Fortunately, you don't have to give up your favorite eggs. You just need to adjust your cooking methods slightly. Cooking eggs at lower temperatures, such as lightly boiling, steaming, or soft scrambling, helps preserve their nutrients while reducing the risk of cholesterol oxidation. If you prefer frying your eggs, ensure that they don't turn brown or burn, and use healthier cooking fats like olive oil or butter instead of highly processed vegetable oils. These small changes can make a big difference, allowing you to enjoy eggs to their fullest nutritional potential without unnecessary health risks. 2. Eating raw or undercooked eggs. A risk you shouldn't ignore. Many people believe that eating raw or undercooked eggs is the best way to absorb all their nutrients, but what they don't realize is that this habit comes with serious health risks. While eggs are packed with high-quality protein, vitamins, and essential minerals, consuming them raw can expose you to harmful bacteria like salmonella, which can cause severe food poisoning. This risk is even greater for older adults, as the immune system naturally weakens with age, making it harder to fight off infections. What might be a mild illness for a younger person could turn into a serious health condition for seniors. If you've ever eaten runny eggs, raw cookie dough, homemade mayonnaise, or a smoothie with raw eggs, you may have unknowingly put yourself in danger. Take Margaret, a 68-year-old woman, for example. She had been starting her mornings with a raw egg smoothie for years, believing it was the best way to get all the nutrients. However, one day, she developed severe stomach pain, nausea, and diarrhea that lasted for days. After a trip to the doctor, she was diagnosed with salmonella poisoning. She never suspected that the eggs she had been consuming for so long could be the cause. After switching to fully cooked eggs, she never had another incident and continued getting the same nutrients without the health risks. Another lesser-known issue with raw eggs is that they contain a compound called avidin, which binds to biotin, an essential B vitamin that supports metabolism, nerve function, and healthy skin and hair. When eggs are eaten raw, avidin prevents the body from absorbing biotin, which, over time, could lead to deficiencies. Cooking eggs deactivates avidin, allowing your body to fully absorb this important vitamin. Some people believe that organic or free-range eggs are safe to eat raw, but any egg, regardless of its source, can carry bacteria if not properly handled or stored. The best way to protect yourself is to ensure that your eggs are fully cooked. Scrambled eggs, boiled eggs, and poached eggs cooked until the whites and yolks are firm are all safe options. If you enjoy runny yolks, using pasteurized eggs can reduce the risk, but cooking them thoroughly is always the safest choice. By making simple changes to how you prepare eggs, you can continue to enjoy their amazing nutritional benefits while avoiding unnecessary health risks. 3. Improper storage of cooked eggs. A hidden danger. Many people don't think twice about how they store cooked eggs, assuming that once they've been prepared, they remain safe to eat. However, improper storage can turn a nutritious meal into a breeding ground for harmful bacteria, putting your health at risk. When eggs are left at room temperature for too long or not stored correctly, they can quickly become unsafe to consume. Bacteria multiply rapidly in warm environments, and once eggs reach the danger zone of 40 degrees Fahrenheit to 140 degrees Fahrenheit, 4 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius, harmful pathogens can begin to grow within just a few hours. This is especially concerning for seniors, as foodborne illnesses tend to have a more severe impact on older adults due to a naturally weakened immune system. If you've ever left a plate of scrambled eggs on the counter for hours and then decided to eat them anyway, you might have unknowingly put yourself at risk. Take George, a 72-year-old retiree, for example. To save time, he liked to cook a large batch of scrambled eggs at the beginning of the week and store them in the fridge. However, he often left them uncovered or stored them in loosely sealed containers, grabbing a portion each morning. Over time, he began experiencing stomach discomfort and nausea, but didn't realize his storage habits were the issue. After switching to airtight containers and making smaller batches, he never had the same digestive troubles again. Another risk of improperly stored eggs is cross-contamination. If cooked eggs are placed near raw meat, unwashed vegetables, or other contaminated foods, they can absorb harmful bacteria. Many people assume that once eggs are cooked, they're completely safe. But once they cool down, they become just as vulnerable to bacterial contamination as any other perishable food. One mistake that often gets overlooked is reheating eggs incorrectly. If you've ever microwaved leftover eggs and noticed a rubbery texture or an unpleasant smell, that's because eggs don't reheat well. Overheating them not only destroys nutrients, but also makes them tough and unappetizing. A better method is to reheat eggs gently on the stove over low heat, adding a bit of moisture like water or broth to keep them from drying out. If you must use a microwave, heating them in short intervals while stirring occasionally can help maintain a better texture. To avoid foodborne illnesses, always store cooked eggs properly. Refrigerate them in airtight containers and consume them within a safe time frame. Scrambled or fried eggs should be eaten within 3 to 4 days, while hard-boiled eggs can last up to a week. By taking these simple steps, you can keep your food safe and ensure that your meals contribute to your health rather than harm it. 4. Using cracked or expired eggs, a hidden health risk. One of the easiest ways to turn eggs from a nutritional powerhouse into a health hazard is by consuming ones that are cracked, expired, or improperly stored. While eggs may look fine on the outside, if they have passed their expiration date or have even a small crack in the shell, they could be harboring harmful bacteria like salmonella, which can lead to serious foodborne illnesses. This is especially dangerous for seniors, as the immune system naturally weakens with age, making it harder to fight off infections. Many people rely on the printed expiration date on the carton to determine whether their eggs are still safe to eat. However, what they don't realize is that eggs can sometimes spoil before that date, or last a little longer, depending on how they are stored. A simple way to check an egg's freshness is by using the water test. Fresh eggs sink to the bottom and lay flat. Older eggs stand upright but are still safe to eat. Bad eggs float to the top and should be discarded immediately. Take Evelyn, a 74-year-old retiree, for example. She had always been careful about her diet, but she never thought much about checking her eggs before cooking them. One morning, she cracked an egg into her frying pan and noticed a strange smell, but she ignored it and cooked it anyway. Within hours, she developed nausea and stomach cramps. After visiting the doctor, she was diagnosed with food poisoning caused by a bad egg. From that day on, she started using the water test and never had another issue. Another hidden danger comes from cracked eggs. Even if an egg looks fine when you buy it, small hairline cracks can allow bacteria to enter the shell. If you accidentally bring home a cracked egg, it's best to throw it out rather than take the risk. Additionally, eggs that have been stored at the wrong temperature, whether in the store, during transit, or in your fridge, can develop condensation, creating the perfect environment for bacterial growth. To keep eggs safe, always store them in the coldest part of your refrigerator, not in the door, where temperature fluctuations are more common. If an egg has an unusual odor, discoloration, or visible cracks, don't use it. 5. Frying eggs with unhealthy oils. Eggs are widely recognized as a nutritional powerhouse, providing high-quality protein, essential vitamins, and healthy fats. However, the way they are cooked can significantly impact their health benefits. One of the most common mistakes people make is frying eggs using unhealthy oils, such as vegetable oils high in trans fats or oxidized fats, which can increase the risk of heart disease, inflammation, and other chronic illnesses. This is especially concerning for older adults, as their bodies become more vulnerable to the harmful effects of poor dietary choices. Many people reach for vegetable oils like soybean, corn, or sunflower oil when frying eggs, thinking they are a healthier alternative to butter. However, these oils are often high in omega-6 fatty acids, which can contribute to chronic inflammation when consumed in excess. Additionally, when heated at high temperatures, these oils oxidize and form harmful compounds, which can damage cells and accelerate aging. Instead of using these oils, it is much healthier to cook eggs with extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, or even grass-fed butter, which contains stable fats that do not break down easily under heat. Consider the story of Mr. Thompson, a 70-year-old retired teacher. He had always been mindful of his diet, but he loved his morning routine of fried eggs with toast. For years, he fried his eggs in cheap vegetable oil, unaware of the negative impact it could have on his heart health. During a routine checkup, his doctor informed him that his cholesterol levels were high, and he was at risk for cardiovascular disease. After learning about the dangers of unhealthy oils, he decided to switch to olive oil for frying and noticed a significant improvement in his energy levels and overall health. Another issue with frying eggs improperly is overheating the oil, which can lead to the formation of toxic compounds such as acrolein and aldehydes. These substances have been linked to cell damage and increased risk of cancer. To minimize this risk, it is best to cook eggs at a moderate temperature and avoid letting the oil smoke or burn. For those who love fried eggs but want to make them healthier, consider alternative cooking methods such as poaching, boiling, or scrambling with minimal oil. If frying is preferred, choosing the right oils and cooking at a controlled temperature can make a huge difference in reducing health risks. By making simple adjustments, eggs can continue to be a delicious and nutritious part of a well-balanced diet without the hidden dangers of unhealthy cooking oils. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to what we eat daily. One important lesson from how we prepare eggs is that choosing the right cooking method can protect our health. While eggs are highly nutritious, frying them in unhealthy oils, overcooking, or improper storage can reduce their benefits and even pose health risks. For seniors, a small change in cooking habits can make a big difference in overall well-being. Instead of using low-quality cooking oils, opt for extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil. Avoid cooking eggs at excessively high temperatures to preserve their nutrients. Most importantly, always check the quality of eggs before consuming to prevent bacterial infections or food poisoning. Taking care of your health is not just about avoiding illness. It's about nourishing your body with good food and smart preparation methods. A simple but well-prepared meal can help maintain health, vitality, and a better quality of life for years to come. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to house it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please subscribe Elderly Stories channel and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.